back again.
It's us. Rev'd Up Consulting. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good day, good night. I'm adding a couple more goods in there.
Happy summer?
Yes. Oh, that's the season. Oh, guess what the topic is today? You got it. You got an A. So today we want to talk to you about seasons. What season are you in? That's so very, 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 very important because it can make your day or break your day. If you don't know where you are, where you're supposed to be.
What do you need in this season?
Yes. Should you be resting? Should you be running? Should you be listening? Should you be talking? There's a season, I like to reference, I think there's a scripture, Ecclesiastes 3:1-8, and that there's a season for every season. There's a season under the sun. There's a time to laugh. There's a time to cry. There's a time to run. There's just different times. And we have to know what time it is because like last week, it was time for me to rest. Literally, I just felt fatigued. And I couldn't quite shake it. Tina was like, everything all right? I think Tina sensed
it. I was a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Like, are you okay? Mm-hmm. You're not as, go upbeat as
my normal self.
The normal Stacy.
I only had one or two words because I was tired. I was fatigued. And as a person who, and you probably can relate to this, as a person, some of us are just naturally high strung or not, and I don't want to say high strung really, are naturally people who are just go out and get it done. Whether it's things that your children need. Okay, I got you, girl. I got you, boy. To work. Hey, I can finish that. Just give it to me. I'll help. Willing to just extend my arm, my hand, willing to go the extra mile. But that is good, but it also can be bad if you don't replenish, if you don't listen to your body. And I know I have to. I'm very critical of that because I know I had a season of sickness. And so it taught me, listen to your body and know when to sit down somewhere.
Yeah, that is so important to be able to recognize that.
So what do you do when you are, recognizing a different season? Maybe it's a season you're in because you've had loss in your life. Maybe somebody's passed away. That's a season for grieving, and you have to allow yourself.
Yeah.
That space for that.
Or it's a season of change.
Yes.
Maybe something happened within. Like your work, you're changing jobs, you lost your job, or maybe within your relationship, and things are changing all around you. How do you keep going forward?
Maybe you just had a baby and you are like up to your ears and up to your top of your head, I should say, and trying to adjust to what a new mommy looks like. What she should be doing, what she shouldn't be doing. When should the baby be asleep? What's wrong with this baby? I brought a baby home that didn't want to sleep. Literally, I had 3 children. My youngest child was very different than the rest of them. Chelsea is her name. Chelsea came home and I was like, I'll just put her to bed. Because all other kids, they pretty much, I'm not saying they came home on the schedule, but they followed, they were within the parameters of newborn lifestyle. But this one, I brought her home and she literally wanted her. I'm like, I need to take this one back because she won't go to sleep. And it's been consistent. Even to this day, she's not a sleeper. So that season for me was crazy. As a newborn mother, I knew, and this is my 3rd and final, the baby. I had 2 other children. So I knew kind of the expectation. But this was a different season because she wasn't. I was like, well, her eyes are open again.
Life will throw you curveballs.
Yes.
Things will come into your life that you would have never seen coming.
Right. So
but it's really like, how do you not get hit by that ball?
That's right.
You got to adapt. You got to swerve yourself.
You really do. And I mean, it was just the funniest thing. But at the end of the day, there's different seasons. And, the way you are used to seeing things happen may not happen. Maybe, I've always, believed that anything can happen. I'm just a proponent of faith and optimism that anything can happen to you great. So when I mentioned this a lot, had a slip up on illness, on my health being challenged, that threw me a curveball that I didn't see coming.
Mm-hmm. And
it still is something that I have to consider in my daily life. So, but seasons of whatever it is, illness, wealth, hey, you may go from having nothing to all this money.
Or the opposite, you may go from wealth to nothing.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, we're just making sure that we understand that there are seasons, and that in those seasons you have to treat people and your circumstances accordingly. So I think that one of the things that I think about often is when, I had a family member who was going through a trying time with the legal system. And it wasn't that they did anything wrong, but they just happened to be a part of something that was bigger than them. And it was a dark time for my whole family, And so what I did during that time is, of course, prayed more than I ever prayed before. I think that we have to recognize the times when, sometimes people around us are going through things and it makes us feel uncomfortable. And so what can we do in response? Well, the first thing I say to people is pray, sit still, don't say too much, meditate, get grounded, lay on the floor, the dirt even.
Yeah, whatever you need to do.
Whatever you need to do, to get your grounding again. So yeah, it's something, I don't know if ever there's a time when any of us can get too comfortable with anything, because just when we get comfortable.
Yeah, life will throw you, like I said, that curveball.
Yes.
For sure. And I think when you're in those hard seasons, because I know that I've been through several in my life too, mm-hmm. It's recognizing that you're in a dark place right now, but it's not forever.
Not ever.
It's not going to be like this every day of your life. Yep. And, little by little, you'll start to feel a little bit better. And then you can eventually stand up again. You can pull yourself out, and you can, start to enjoy, life again. Mm-hmm. So just to keep faith, I think that, and to recognize that the season that you're in, if it is a dark season, it's not always going to stay that way.
Time, storms pass, time goes by. So in the time changes and the storms going and coming, you just have to find your peace or maintain your peace.
You just shelter down, you survive it, you get through it.
Mm-hmm. Because it's how life is. And certain things, I look back on my life and I think, wow, I never would expect to have had to go through that. But
you know what they say, your struggles, ultimately they make you stronger. Because if you didn't have to go through those struggles, you wouldn't necessarily know. It kind of widens your viewpoint. It's like, oh, I went through this. This is how other people may feel if they're going through a similar situation. Or if you see someone else struggling, you can have more empathy because you remember what that felt like. You remember how low that made you feel, and it makes you have a little bit more kindness to somebody else. Or if, it helps you come up with new solutions to problems too. So I think a lot of the organizations, the charities, like the things that are meant to really help people, they come out of a lot of struggle.
Tragedies become your triumphs.
Exactly.
And I've seen it many, many times. So just remember that there's just like spring, summer, fall, and winter.
I can't sing, so I'm not going to sing, but
that's all I have to sing. But as the seasons change from winter to spring to summer to fall, your life, it mimics nature. It's going to change. You're going to have your summer, your fun times, and you're going to have your winter, cold, and downtime. So you just have to embrace and just know that it's a season, and hopefully you weather the storms that you get in those seasons.
And going along with that, on the opposite end, if you, like for now, for me, it's a summer season. So what does that mean for me? Normally, I am very like go, go, go type A. I need to do this. It's in front of me right now. I have a notebook and a planner that does my daily to-do list every single day, and I have to check it off.
Right.
But right now, my kids are home at summer vacation. That doesn't really make sense because I want to spend as much possible time with them, with my kids before, they head back to school. So there are periods where you also have to recognize this is a period for me to reset, relax, refocus, rebuild, and then there will be another season where I go hard at it again.
Yes. Yep. That's how it is. So last week I heard my body say, sit down somewhere. And guess what I did? Sat down somewhere. And you've got to recognize that too, because your body speaks loudly. And especially if it talked to you once loudly and it caused you really to sit down, you will never forget.
Yeah.
And you will take the time to listen and to respond. And so I just want to encourage anybody who's having a season of a down season, whatever that may mean, to just know that it will pass. Things, the sun always comes every single day, comes up and shines.
Always a new day.
God
always a new opportunity.
Yes. God always extends his grace, and I don't take that for granted. And so just know that, you will have a better day. You will have a better season.
Yeah, so we hope to encourage you guys a little bit, and to just give you some things to reflect on. Yes. And we'll keep it coming with the new conversations, and we enjoy interacting with you guys. But in the meantime, make sure to keep following us we're on every social platform. So Facebook, Insta, YouTube, all of it. So we just want to keep up the conversations, and also check out our website too.
Yes, and please like and share. We don't say that often, but like and share, because I think that what we're talking about on the things that we share with you are helpful. I call it good food.
Yes.
Rev'd food.
Yes, I like to eat a lot, so I like good food.
Me too. So we appreciate you, and we hope that you appreciate what we're giving you. And I'm sure we'll be back right in front of you shortly. But until then, have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in and listening. Thanks. And thanks as always.
Yes. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.